Japan, a nation composed of thousands of islands, holds a unique place in the world. Its culture is both ancient and modern, a fascinating blend of tradition and innovation. From the delicate beauty of its cherry blossoms to the bustling streets of Tokyo, Japan captivates the imagination. This island nation boasts a rich history shaped by powerful rulers, skilled artisans, and a deep connection to nature. For centuries, Japan existed in relative isolation, developing its own distinct customs and beliefs. This period of self-imposed seclusion fostered a strong sense of national identity and cultural pride. But Japan was never truly cut off from the world. Influences from China and Korea, particularly in art, writing, and religion, played a significant role in shaping early Japanese society. The story of Japan is one of resilience, transformation, and enduring spirit. From its ancient origins to its status as a global superpower, Japan has continuously reinvented itself while holding on to its core values. This essay will explore the fascinating history of Japan, from its early days to its modern-day triumphs and challenges. We will delve into the lives of emperors and shoguns, samurai and artists, all of whom have contributed to the rich tapestry of Japanese history. The earliest traces of human habitation in Japan date back thousands of years, to a time when the land was vastly different from what we know today. These early settlers laid the groundwork for a rich and diverse cultural heritage that would evolve over millennia. These early inhabitants, known as the Jomon people, lived as hunter-gatherers. They thrived by hunting, fishing, and gathering food from the abundant forests and seas. Their way of life was deeply connected to nature, and they developed sophisticated techniques to survive and prosper in their environment. They left behind distinctive pottery, evidence of their unique culture. The intricate patterns and designs on Jomon pottery are not just artistic expressions but also tell stories of their daily lives, beliefs, and social structures. These artifacts provide invaluable insights into the early history of Japan. As time passed, new waves of people migrated to Japan, bringing with them knowledge from mainland Asia. These migrations introduced new technologies, agricultural practices, and cultural elements that would blend with the existing Jomon culture, leading to significant advancements in Japanese society. From China, Japan adopted elements of Buddhism and Confucianism, philosophies that would profoundly impact Japanese thought and social structure. Buddhism introduced new spiritual practices and artistic styles, while Confucianism provided a framework for social order and governance. The Chinese writing system also made its way to Japan, adapted by the Japanese to create their own written language. This adaptation was not merely a direct copy but a creative process that led to the development of unique Japanese scripts such as kanji, hiragana, and katakana, which are still in use today. Korean influence can be seen in various aspects of Japanese culture, including art, architecture, and even early political systems. The exchange of ideas and technologies between Korea and Japan helped shape the early Japanese state, contributing to the development of a centralized government and sophisticated cultural practices. This period saw the rise of powerful clans and the establishment of the first imperial court. These clans played crucial roles in the political and social landscape of ancient Japan, often engaging in alliances and conflicts that would shape the course of Japanese history. The emperor, believed to be a descendant of the sun goddess Amaterasu, became a symbol of unity and divine authority. This belief in the divine origin of the emperor helped legitimize the central authority and fostered a sense of national identity and continuity. However, true power often rested in the hands of influential court families who maneuvered for control behind the scenes. These families, through strategic marriages and political alliances, wielded significant influence over the emperor and the direction of the state. Ancient Japan was a time of great change and development. The blending of indigenous traditions with foreign influences created a dynamic and evolving society. Each period brought new challenges and opportunities, leading to innovations in governance, culture, and technology. It laid the foundation for the emergence of a sophisticated and unique culture. The cultural artifacts from this era, ranging from pottery to texts, provide a window into the lives and minds of ancient Japanese people, revealing a society that was both complex and deeply connected to its past. As Japan transitioned from a collection of independent clans to a more unified nation, the stage was set for the rise of new social structures and the emergence of a warrior elite that would come to define Japan for centuries to come, the samurai. These warriors not only shaped the military history of Japan, but also influenced its culture, ethics, and social hierarchy, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to be celebrated today. As Japan entered the feudal period, a new social order emerged with the samurai warrior class at its center. This era, spanning from the late 12th century to the 19th century, saw the rise of a unique and complex societal structure that would shape the nation's history for centuries. The samurai, meaning those who serve, were bound by a strict code of conduct known as bushido, emphasizing loyalty, honor, and martial prowess. This code was not just a set of rules but a way of life, guiding the samurai in their duties and personal conduct. They served local lords, powerful landowners who commanded armies of these skilled warriors. These lords, known as daimyo, held vast tracts of land and wielded significant influence over their regions. Feudalism in Japan revolved around the relationship between lords and vassals. This system created a network of allegiances and obligations that ensured mutual protection and support. Lords granted land to their vassals in exchange for military service and loyalty. This land, known as a fief, provided the economic foundation for the samurai's livelihood and their ability to maintain their martial skills. This system, while providing stability, also led to frequent power struggles between rival lords vying for control of land and resources. These conflicts often erupted into full-scale wars, with samurai armies clashing on the battlefield. The samurai perfected the art of swordsmanship, developing techniques and weaponry that became legendary. Their training was rigorous and lifelong, ensuring they were always prepared for combat. The katana, a curved, single-edged sword, became the soul of the samurai, a symbol of their status and fighting spirit. Crafted with meticulous care, each katana was a masterpiece of both form and function. Beyond swordsmanship, the samurai trained in archery, horseback riding, and tactics. These skills were essential for their roles as warriors, allowing them to be versatile and effective in various combat scenarios. They were expected to be not just warriors, but also cultured individuals, proficient in poetry, calligraphy, and tea ceremony. This blend of martial and cultural training reflected the samurai's ideal of balance and harmony. The rise of the samurai and the feudal system marked a turning point in Japanese history. It was a period of transformation, where the old ways were replaced by new structures and ideologies. It was an era of constant warfare and shifting alliances, where the sword held sway, and loyalty could determine the fate of entire clans. The samurai's role in these conflicts was crucial, as their skills and strategies often tipped the balance of power. This turbulent period also saw the emergence of powerful figures who would reshape the political landscape of Japan. Leaders like Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and Tokugawa Ieyasu played pivotal roles in unifying the country and establishing lasting legacies. After centuries of internal conflict, Japan entered a period of relative peace and stability under the Tokugawa shogunate, marking the beginning of the Edo period. This era, spanning from 1603 to 1868, was characterized by a unique blend of strict governance and cultural flourishing. The shogun, a supreme military commander, held the true reins of power, ruling from the new capital city of Edo, modern-day Tokyo. This centralization of power was crucial in maintaining the peace and order that defined the period. The emperor, while still a revered figurehead, had limited political authority. His role was largely ceremonial, and he resided in Kyoto, far from the political epicenter in Edo. The Tokugawa shogunate implemented a strict social hierarchy, with the samurai class at the top, followed by farmers, artisans, and merchants at the bottom. This hierarchy was designed to maintain social order and stability, ensuring that each class had a defined role and place in society. This rigid system aimed to maintain order and prevent any one group from gaining too much power. The samurai, as the ruling class, were expected to uphold the values of loyalty, honor, and discipline. To further consolidate control and limit foreign influence, the shogunate enacted a policy of sakoku, or closed country. This policy restricted foreign trade and interaction, allowing only a few select Dutch and Chinese merchants to operate under strict regulations. For over 2 centuries, Japan remained largely isolated from the outside world. This isolation allowed the country to develop its own unique culture and traditions without external interference. Trade with European nations was strictly controlled, limited to a few Dutch and Chinese merchants confined to specific ports. The Dutch were restricted to Dejima, a small artificial island in Nagasaki, while the Chinese were allowed limited access to other designated areas. This period of seclusion allowed Japanese culture to flourish in unique and interesting ways. Traditional arts such as tea ceremonies, calligraphy, and festivals became deeply ingrained in the daily lives of the people. Woodblock printing thrived, producing vibrant images of everyday life and popular entertainment forms like kabuki theater. These prints, known as ukiyo-e, depicted scenes of beauty, nature, and urban life, capturing the essence of the Edo period. The Edo period was a time of peace, prosperity, and cultural blossoming. The cities grew, and with them, the economy and the arts. Literature, poetry, and theater saw significant advancements, reflecting the sophisticated tastes of the urban population. Cities grew, trade flourished, and the arts and literature reached new heights. The bustling marketplaces and trade routes facilitated the exchange of goods and ideas, further enriching the cultural landscape. However, this era of isolation could not last forever. The world outside was changing rapidly, and Japan's seclusion would eventually be challenged. The winds of change blowing across the globe would soon reach Japan's shores, forcing the nation to confront the challenges and opportunities of a rapidly modernizing world. The arrival of Western ships and the subsequent Meiji Restoration marked the end of the Edo period and the beginning of a new chapter in Japanese history. Embraced Western technology and ideas in areas like industry, education, and the military. Factories sprung up